The International Conference on the Great Lakes Region, ICGLR, is an intergovernmental organization of the countries in the African Great Lakes region. Its establishment was based on the recognition that political instability and conflicts in these countries have a considerable regional dimension and thus require a concerted effort in order to promote sustainable peace and development. The organization is composed of 12 member states, namely the Republic of Angola, the Republic of Burundi, the Central African Republic, the Republic of Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Republic of Kenya, the Republic of Rwanda, the Republic of South Sudan, the Republic of Sudan, the United Republic of Tanzania, the Republic of Uganda, and the Republic of Zambia. The heads of state and government convened in Nairobi in 2006 to sign the Pact on Security, Stability and Development in the Great Lakes region. The pact included the Dar es Salaam Declaration, programs of action, and protocols. The ICGLR Executive Secretariat was inaugurated in May 2007 at its headquarters in Bujumbura, Burundi. Its responsibility is to coordinate, facilitate, monitor, and thereby ensure the implementation of the pact in order to attain peace, security, political stability, and development in the Great Lakes region. The heads of state and government of the ICGLR during the signing of the Pact on Security, Stability, and Development in the Great Lakes region committed to ensure, among other things, the observance of the standards and principles of international humanitarian law, particularly those related to the protection of women and children, by implementing the protocol on the prevention and suppression of violence against women and children. To this end, the ICGLR has been collaborating with various development partners and United Nations agencies in the region since its inception.
GIZ has worked with ICGLR on issues concerning women and girls in 2011. The institution has since received contribution from Germany, the EU, and since last year, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Netherlands implemented by GIZ. In the beginning, the focus was on empowering women in the mining sector to increase the visibility of their contribution and to turn mining into a safer workspace for them.
ICGLR Gender, Women and Children Directorate is a gender technical arm with the mandate to improve the social and economic living conditions of women and children. It also aims to strengthen the role of women in conflict prevention, resolution, peace building, political and electoral processes in line with the Kampala Declaration on Sexual and Gender-Based Violence. The declaration is relevant and supportive to the participation, protection, prevention, relief and recovery pillars of the Women, Peace and Security Agenda.
Participation pour nous, dans le cadre du Burundi, notre soutien à la participation des femmes et des hommes et des jeunes tient compte du fait que, comme on l'a vu dans le passé, quand les gens n'ont pas la possibilité de contribuer à ce qui est dit, à ce qui est programmé, à ce qui est planifié pour eux, ils s'expriment autrement. Donc c'est pour cette raison que pour nous, notre partie prévention des conflits et puis le développement du secteur, du pays, on tient à faire en sorte qu'on soutient la participation des gens, des bénéficiaires du développement, à la fois à la planification, à la mise en œuvre, mais aussi à l'évaluation. Donc pour nous, nous insistons pour le fait que ce que nous appelons participation, que ça ne soit pas seulement participation, nombre d'hommes, nombre de femmes, mais que ce soit aussi une participation qui permette de faire émerger les besoins spécifiques de tous les groupes qui sont concernés.
We are working closely with ICGLR Secretariat We have been together for some advocacy in Kampala, specifically around the Kampala Declaration against SGBV, which has been really a good success.
UNFPA is working closely both at regional and country level with the ICGLR, which is one of our critical partners, especially the Forum of Women Leaders, where we have activities at advocacy level and also at country level to ensure that we are able to change laws, we are able to bring much more resources to tackle those gender gap issues.
And we know that women cannot succeed unless there is economic empowerment, because a lot of women, they want to achieve, but if there is no economic empowerment, they cannot go anywhere, because we know everything needs finances, needs money, needs resources for them to achieve their objective. Because we need women to be in the leadership positions, to be in the peace building processes, but they cannot do that unless the women economic empowerment agenda is taken up by all member states, but also by all partners, and everyone takes it on board, make sure that it becomes the agenda of the world, but also the agenda of the ICGLR, the International Conference on Great Lakes Region, because every member state need to have this kind of agenda to make sure that we include women in the leadership, but also in the aspect of economic empowerment.
At the national level, 10 out of 12 member states of the ICGLR have developed national action plans on women, peace and security, some of which are already developing or implementing their third-generation national action plans. These national action plans have further been coupled with formulating and enacting laws and policies that advance the women, peace and security agenda by specifically recognizing women's meaningful participation in conflict resolution as key to sustainable peace. In line with the national action plans, the ICGLR developed its own regional action plan to implement the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325, aiming to accelerate the achievement of women's rights to peace and security in the Great Lakes region.
Since 2018, ICGLR and GIZ have made gender a top priority of their collaboration. The cooperation with ICGLR has also resulted in a regional action plan on gender produced by the ICGLR Gender Directorate and adopted by all 12 member states. This constitutes a tremendous milestone as it represents the agreement of governments that investing in the future of women and girls must be put front and center of national and regional development efforts. In the current project phase, supported by Germany and the Netherlands, our work expands to the topic of mental health and psychosocial support, especially in the context of conflict and instability in the region.
Alors, nous avons aussi un autre domaine santé mentale et nutrition, dans lequel nous voulons insister sur le fait que dans nos cibles, parmi les bénéficiaires, on peut se retrouver pas seulement les hommes, parce que l'étude de base a montré que c'était plus les hommes qui étaient bénéficiaires des soins, beaucoup moins que les femmes, aussi que les femmes puissent accéder aux soins de santé mentale, à la fois quand il y a déjà la maladie qui est déclarée, mais aussi pour prévenir, parce qu'on a vu dans l'étude de base justement qui a été menée par l'ISTEBU, avec notre collaboration, qu'il y a beaucoup de cas non déclarés qui ne sont pas encore apparemment comme des cas de maladie, mais qui à la fin débouchent par des situations de maladie et qu'il serait mieux de les traiter déjà en avance.
In our programming and in our program strategy, we put women and girls at the center of everything we do, mostly because we recognize the role they play in the development of the countries.
The Gender Barometer currently at work with the Minister of Women Affairs here and also the ICGLR is a critical point to allow us to make effective decisions and efficient decisions at all levels.
A special highlight and distinction of German development cooperation is the new strategy on feminist development policy, which the German government has pursued since 2021. Key to this policy is the focus on the 3R, that means rights, resources, and representation. Germany recognizes these three pillars as crucial enablers for gender equality, economic and social development around the world.
Donc, de manière générale, notre soutien au niveau du Burundi, notre appui, notre collaboration avec le gouvernement du Burundi, c'est faire en sorte qu'on puisse profiter des dividendes de la paix, de faire en sorte qu'on évite de retourner dans des violences, et cela on le fait à travers participation à l'établissement des besoins, mais aussi à l'évaluation, finalement à faire émerger une culture de redevabilité, et ça à tous les niveaux.
This commendable goal can only be accomplished by giving equal consideration to both women and men. In the region, opinion leaders are playing a significant role in challenging gender stereotypes and advocating for equal opportunities for all.
That without the engagement of men and boys, it cannot be possible to deliver the safer world that we want. So positive masculinity is one of the critical areas where we are also working with different populations, especially religious leaders, community leaders, to ensure that they are able to contribute to the safety of women and girls.
Alors notre autre programme dans ce domaine-là, c'est l'accès au secteur des médias. Alors ici, nous voulons contribuer à faire en sorte qu'on parle des besoins spécifiques des femmes au sein des médias, qu'on parle aussi de journalistes comme femmes journalistes, comme personnes concernées aussi par rapport à la question de l'accès des femmes, aussi aux secteurs qui sont fortement dominés par les hommes, et puis aussi permettre que les femmes puissent accéder au micro, puissent aussi s'exprimer.
Income generating activities, they are getting money, they are being financially included, they are changing the world around them, they are putting their children at school.
We know that the next generation can do better than us. They can alleviate some of the gender gaps that we currently have.
In 2024, the International Women's Day was celebrated with the theme Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress. The ICGLR partners have pledged their commitment towards investing in women and are calling for increased investment.
So UNFPA is calling upon different partners and donors to join us in this fight against gender inequality and gender inequity.
Forgetting the challenges women are facing all over the world. We are here to discuss and to exchange on how we can invest more in women and girls so that they can give all the potential they have to contribute to the change they want to see around them in their communities, in their families, in the country. We recognize that women and girls, they play a crucial role in the development of our communities and societies.
That is why we are proud to have started a new cooperation with ICGLR in January 2024. It focuses on the topic of incorporating local perspective in the implementation of the Women, Peace and Security agenda in the Great Lakes region. The project works closely together with grassroots organizations from various countries in the region to make sure their voices are heard in the implementation of the UN Security Council Resolution 1325, tackling all three dimensions of rights, resources, and representation.
The ICGLR is the right track to be able to fulfill it with the support of every government and every stakeholder in these countries.
Together, we can build a future where every woman and girl can have an opportunity to live her full potential. I invite you all to join us to this great commitment where we are really committed to accelerate the investment into women and girls so that they can really contribute at their full potential, where they can contribute as just eco-citizen among men and women and girls, so that the country can benefit from each potential each citizen can have to give to his country.
Dear colleagues and partners, investing in women and girls is investing in the prosperous and integrated regional economy, which unlocks the vast potential the region holds for human development. The German Development Corporation remains firm in its conviction to support partners in the Great Lakes region in this joint endeavor.